Pop's one-time prodigy rattled every courtroom pew when he raised his hand, whispered, "So help me God," and fixed his eyes on the mentor who'd once crowned him the future. Justin Bieber, clean-cut crown prince of global pop, now stood yards from Sean Diddy Combs, the mogul fighting a racketeering and trafficking indictment that could end an empire. There were no cameras, yet within minutes a sketch of Bieber gripping a worn Bible flashed across every feed. His testimony promised to yank a decade of whispered rumours into blinding light, and it would start with one unforgettable night in 2015. For weeks, the blogosphere guessed at a celebrity linchpin. Few believed it until two initials, JB, surfaced on a sealed witness list. Prosecutors say the story begins at an invite-only studio lock-in high above Hollywood on a stifling August night. Phones were bagged, NDAs thicker than lyric sheets. Near 3 a.m, the lights cut, a silver briefcase hit the console, and Diddy's voice sliced the dark. Family business stays family. Bieber bolted before sunrise, voice shaking as he told his manager he'd seen something that should never happen anywhere. That call became the loose thread investigators tugged, eventually leading to hush money wires, erased security logs, and today's subpoena. When those memories finally reached the stand, the gleaming facade of mentorship was set to crack. Their bond once looked bulletproof. Diddy hyped a 16-year-old Bieber at every red carpet mic, popped in for a Madison Square Garden cameo, and taught the kid how to spin champagne into headlines. Yet glitter hides grit. Insiders whisper the relationship soured after a 2014 Miami yacht party, business meetings, unexpected guests, frantic phone calls to Scooter Braun, and a quiet retreat from bad boy events. Deals lingered. A stalled clothing line, a joint publishing trickle, equity in a dead streaming app. But the friendship curdled. At the 2018 Grammys, cameras caught Bieber dodging a hug. Tabloids screamed "bad boy rift." Veterans shrugged. Sometimes distance isn't artistic, it's self-preservation. Now prosecutors suggest that yacht night gossip links directly to sealed settlements and the question that haunts this trial. What did Bieber see that made him step away so fast? An ordinary September afternoon, Bieber exits a Soho studio, guitar in hand. Plainclothes marshals murmur his legal name, slip him a thick manila packet, a federal subpoena. Crew filming a doc catch his stunned expression before security hustles him inside an SUV. Within an hour, Dronning subpoena Bieber overtakes the charts. Scooter Braun's team pledges cooperation. Diddy's lawyers race to quash the order, calling it publicity warfare. Judges refuse. Overnight, Bieber tweets 4 words, "Silence can't hide evil," and deletes them, but screenshots live forever. One unknown number texts, "Remember who feeds who." He forwards it to his attorney. The countdown to court and to consequences no PR campaign can soften officially begins. The 3 months before testimony strip Bieber's polish. Late-night Instagram stories show an empty rehearsal hall captioned, "Truth echoes louder than applause." Paparazzi spot him pacing outside church, hoodie tight, lips moving as though practicing testimony. Friends say he fills notebooks with scripture and reminders, stay factual, honour victims, breathe. Even marriage feels the strain. Hailey posts a lone black square tagged "Standing on the Rock." Fans read doom. Days later, she clasps his hand downtown, united against the glare. Behind closed doors, prosecutors hammer through mock cross exams, DUI, depression, cancelled tours. Each round he steadies, learning that this stage offers no auto-tune, only stark truth. Then a white screen post appears. Freedom starts with honesty. No hashtag, yet the internet trembles. Supporters herald a mission statement. Cynics cry stunt. Either way, the drumbeat toward testimony grows louder than any arena bass drop. June 10th, 2025. Manhattan humidity clings to barricades packed with reporters and believers clutching "Truth belongs to everyone" placards. A charcoal-suited Bieber emerges, Bible under arm, gold wedding band glinting. Inside, fluorescent lights buzz as Diddy adjusts a flawless navy tie, refusing eye contact. The bailiff calls order. Silence settles like stage fog. Bieber swears in, pens scratch, hearts pound. He speaks softly but sure, confirming the 2015 session, Diddy's briefcase, and the chilling order. You saw nothing, kid. Defence pokes at past arrests and anxiety meds. Bieber returns to that singular memory each time, the courtroom tension ratcheting tighter. When recess hits, rain finally breaks outside, yet the crowd hardly flinches. History is mid-verse, and everyone senses a crescendo coming after lunch. Afternoon session, same room, doubled voltage. Prosecutors hand Bieber a highlighted transcript. He describes the blackout, the flicker of a hallway bulb catching Diddy's silver case stuffed with rubber-banded cash, the woman's muffled sob, "Please let me go." The gallery exhales in horror. Defence unleashes every smear. Old DUIs, cancelled tours, antidepressants. Bieber counters in clip beats. Recklessness isn't amnesia. Voice cracks only once. Some moments tattoo themselves onto your soul. The clincher. A text to his manager minutes after he fled. Something bad went down. I'm scared. Time-stamped, GPS pinned. Even Diddy's lead attorney sighs. By adjournment, whispers swirl that the trial's axis just shifted. An empire shaken by a pop star's buried memory resurfaced under oath. Bieber's bombshell detonates the industry by sunset. 3 multinational brands pause campaigns. A streaming giant yanks collab tracks. Club fridges quietly shelve Kyrock. Hashtags Bieber bravery and Aish industry set up duel on trending decks. One viral clip shows Diddy slipping through a side exit, jaw clenched. Another captures Hailey whispering, "You did it!" as she rushes Bieber to an SUV. Boardrooms thrum, festival insurers redline events featuring Combs. Executives debate scrapping glossy documentaries. A chart-topping rapper messages, "Book Europe till this cools," and the screenshot flies across Stan Twitter. Meanwhile, survivor advocates praise Bieber's courage. A late-night host quips, "Honesty just sold out the garden." Yet no one knows which domino falls next, because if testimony can kneecap a titan in hours, what happens when the next witness steps up? Combs's lawyers prepare a scorched earth rebuttal, paint Bieber as unstable, memory clouded by meds and burnout. Subpoenas fly to former doctors and road managers. Prosecutors counter by lining up more surprise witnesses, rumoured A-listers once orbiting those infamous mansion parties, plus assistants whose NDAs just evaporated under court order. Leak trackers spot 3 protected names on a new docket entry, and gossip sites run guess the next star pools. Forensic accountants scour hush money wires, jet fuel invoices, wiped studio logs. TikTok lawyers summarise every filing. Twitter spaces debate credibility. YouTube sleuths analyse body language in grainy sketches. And hanging over tomorrow's 9 a.m. session is one jagged question. If the industry's most guarded pop investment can't be muzzled, how many more secrets will burst loose when the courtroom doors swing open again? When the gavel fell that evening, it felt less like the end of a hearing and more like the closing chord of a rock opera overture, one that left the crowd ringing with feedback long after the house lights snapped on. Justin Bieber stepped into the humid twilight flanked by marshals, his charcoal jacket beaded with mist. No statement, no triumphant fist pump, just a steady gaze that suggested the real performance had occurred on the stand, and the next verses were already humming in his head. Yet even without words, his exit said everything. A once guarded megastar had poured gasoline on a controversy that might burn hotter than any pyrotechnic rig he'd ever danced beneath. Inside industry boardrooms, emergency spreadsheets now read like triage charts. Marketing chiefs weighed whether to hedge campaigns, lawyers revisited dormant NDAs, and brand strategists drafted memos titled Contingency Scenarios Post-Bieber Testimony. One executive, according to a leaked Slack thread, remarked that the music business was facing its own Me Too moment squared because the allegations intersected money, nostalgia, and a superstar's squeaky clean legacy, all in front page real time. Venture capitalists who once courted Combs's entrepreneurial aura quietly updated due diligence checklists. Background checks now covered silent witnesses and unverified studio sessions. It was suddenly clear that the fallout wouldn't confine itself to courtroom transcripts. It would seep into quarterly earnings, tour insurance premiums, and Spotify's most streamed playlists. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video.